Hi, this is Tamara Wade, and welcome to the Tamara Wade Show. I'm so excited that you're here, and I am joined with Sean Greenaway of Brand Lift. So,
Yes.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
Hey, so today is a big day for us. It's the 2-year anniversary of Remax True. So it's 2 years today that I did the public grand opening of my real estate brokerage. So went from being a team for many, many years to taking that big step into the brokerage world.
Wow, 2 years. So would you have ever thought that 2 years later would be right in the middle of COVID-19 and everybody staying at home, not as many people out? Never thought it would be here, did you?
No, no, I would have never even imagined in my wildest dreams that anything like this could just take over the United States or the world for that matter, to the levels that we're seeing that are being hit right here directly at home in our own county.
Wow. So going back to the 2 years, where were you at previous to Remax True? What was your situation at the time as a broker? Or were you a broker back then?
So I've had my broker's license for, I've had it for about 12 years prior to me opening my own brokerage, but never really did anything with it. It was just one of those things that I had on a list of things I wanted to accomplish within my real estate career. So I got my broker's license and never again really planned to use it. And then as my team grew, it just made sense for me. It was kind of like the evolution in my business to kind of go from me having a team. So for about, it was close to 10 years, I'd been with another Remax and grew a team of like just me and a couple people we got to a point where with the staff and everything, we're over 50. And I was really running a business within a business, if that makes sense. So it was time, I think financially, or so I thought, that it was going to save me money owning a brokerage.
Right. So for the past 2 years, have you been at Tannery Row the whole time?
Yeah, so we've been on the 3rd floor of Tannery Row, which is a rustic building, old building.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Its challenges. It's beautiful, and it doesn't feel like an office. That's why I love it every day. But it's got its challenges. When it rains really hard, if it blows a certain way, we get water in the building. Or if they say you're on a tornado watch, there's really not anywhere to go in the building because there's windows everywhere.
Yeah.
So part of the character is part of the flaw.
Yeah, you get plenty of light, but if it's storming, you could be in trouble. So
Right.
I don't remember this whole story from 2 years ago. So when you decided to start the brokerage, did you start out with what, just 2 or 3 people? How did that start about?
So I brought my staff over. So I'd already at that time had about 10 plus staff members.
Okay.
Had a team. And so the brokerage side of it was really like trying to now start off and bring agents in dependent of my team that would do resale. They could do new homes also. And it was an opportunity for my team agents that primarily do new homes. If let's say things slow down on the new home side, they could pop over to the resale side. So they would never, obviously it's possible that they could run out of money, but my goal was that they would always have options working under my brokerage because of me having those different varieties to offer them.
Yeah. So now fast forward up to 2 years now, you've got, I think you told me earlier, north of 40 agents. Is that correct?
Correct.
So during this, about 40 to 50. So obviously we're in the middle of the COVID-19 with the quarantine and the social distancing. We've talked about this on prior videos, but what are some of the main things that you're, coaching or teaching your agents as they're going through this time period? I know there's going to be probably a drop in traffic out there, but what are some of the things that you're encouraging them to do during this period?
So my passion has always been coaching and helping other people. And so this is actually allowing me an opportunity, in my opinion, to kind of shine and really try to educate them as much as I can. So because I'd gone through a down industry or a down market back in 2008, and never saw that coming and everything. Like, I worked my way out of that and still managed to succeed. So there are things that I did then that I'm teaching them again to do now to survive. But then I'm also bringing them a lot of new tools and staying connected with them daily. In fact, if I can pull it up for 1 second, yesterday, one of our agents on the resale side of the brokerage tagged me in a post on Facebook. And it was just such a surprise, but it warmed my heart because, I'm putting in a lot of hours because we shrunk down on our staff. So right now, like, my team of staff we're sharing a lot of responsibilities. So I've taken on more responsibility, just admin wise and managerial wise. And then I'm also having to, make sure that I provide the agents with information. And so one of the things is, you get nervous. You don't ever know if you're doing the right thing all the time. Are you connecting with people, that kind of thing. And yesterday, as an example, I got this, and so I wanted to share it because it meant a lot to me. So one of our agents, she did this post, and about 3/4 of the way through the post, she goes, "I'm thankful for my broker, Tamara Jacqueline Wade, for providing consistent updates, dates, and resources, and conducting daily live feeds. She pours her heart into this business and into her agents. Tamara makes sure we have everything we need to accomplish our goals and helps us overcome any obstacles along the way."
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so I was like, okay, it's paying off. Hopefully I'm helping somebody one way or another. Maybe they don't take everything I say, but maybe one or two things that'll change their business in a positive direction.
Yeah, I noticed too, because you have your own private group, you're doing videos, I think every night now, 7:30, 8 o'clock?
Yeah,
And bringing
I
them
do.
new information, updates, which is huge. And like, a lot of businesses should be doing that, especially during this time, is creating an internal private Facebook group for their employees. So if any other brokers are listening, that's what you should be doing right now. It's creating those groups so that they have a place to go to, not only to get updated information, but just to support, because none of us, and I just turned 50. I've never went through anything like this my entire life. And, we're, as Americans, we're all adapting very well. I'm so proud of everybody. But, you have to pivot, have to change things up, get in private groups to, like you're doing, to communicate in. Another thing that we're helping you with is, people have to learn to have maybe a section like Dropbox to put information in to share with all of your agents that they can use. Because one of the biggest things that we see, even from our side as a marketing agency, is that more and more of these businesses, they don't know what to do right now. So I'm on calls like this and Zoom calls every day right now through this, helping the small businesses, some medium-sized businesses get through this, whether it's marketing tips, some of them are even sales tips as well, because their sales journey has changed because you don't have as many people walking in your front door. Or, some of these retail places are totally shut down, right? So they're trying to pivot and maybe get some online sales or sales through Facebook. So being creative through this time period is very important, especially as agents and brokers. I mean, I know as we speak, you've got agents out there that are doing virtual tours videos that you guys are going to be putting out on, the FMLS, your social pages, YouTube, any channel out there, so that you're what we call omni marketing, so that everybody can find these virtual tours. So even if they're cooped up at home, they can actually see any of the subdivisions that you guys have open, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Because I think a lot of times, I forget, because over the years when I've been in new homes, they taught us how to do a lot of marketing. So I feel like I know enough about marketing to be dangerous, but a lot of agents, their sales is their primary thing. They don't know how to market. So what's great is that with your help, we've been able to provide them with content that they can pull from and share on their Facebook pages, Instagram, and stuff like that. So just being able to provide them with tools is absolutely critical right now. And then also being able to, make sure that we put their tours, virtual tours and everything everywhere that they need to be.
And also too, I think we covered this on a few videos ago. Wanted to anyone that's listening or watching, especially if you're a real estate agent, this is a great time to make sure that you're cleaning up your database, segment out your contacts, calling back on past clients, checking on them, making sure you got the right kind of CRM, because God forbid that anything like this ever happen again. But this is a good lesson for everybody to learn that your database is something very valuable. If you have a really good, strong database right now, you can be working off of that. One of our, I think I shared this with you yesterday, one of our other clients, we took some of their past clients just from all the way back to 2015, I think it was a loan officer. And we started what's called a database reactivation. And within the first 25 that we sent out through our new tool that we have for automation, they had 6 people that responded and wants to have a conversation about possibly refinancing their house. So
that's great.
So anybody out there that's saying, that people are just, kind of waiting before they do anything, whether it be real estate or buying things and getting out, that's not true. Business is still going on out there. There might not be as much business, but the ones that are proactively playing offense, like we've talked about before, those are the ones that are going to win during this time and when we get out of this. If you're sitting on the sideline and just kind of watching the game play and waiting until it's time to come back, you may not be able to come back, because there's going to be a lot of agents that may drop off. There's going to be a lot of businesses that may go out. Just got to be on offense.
You got to be ready. You've absolutely got to be ready.
Yep. So anything else you want to talk about? I know we talked about the 2 years. We've kind of covered a few different things here. Hopefully we'll be doing this again in 2 more years. You'll have your 4-year in. You'll have doubled or tripled your brokerage by then, and going into other states. Who knows? Does this current situation, has this made you rethink any of your goals, or are you just gonna go at them even stronger now?
It's actually made me grateful for kind of how our brokerage has grown. Our brokerage has grown slowly but carefully versus just being out there. And we have opportunities to bring on agents all the time, but it's to make sure we're bringing on the right agents that are the right fit for the brokerage and everything too, because it's always good when you've got like-kind people working in a similar environment. And so, I think, I'm one of those, I always want to be bigger and better than anybody else that I can possibly be. And I think it's kind of humbled me a little bit to be like, it doesn't always have to be that way. What's your primary focus? And it's helping other people. So that'd be agents, builders, our staff. And if you get so big, you can't help people. And so, I'm on the phone nightly, like right now, and it's reminding me that, the size that we're at is very manageable versus if I had it so huge, it wouldn't be. But I do want to grow, but I just want to grow methodically and make sure, like, if we get to a certain size with our office in Beaufort, that we add another one, maybe, in Hall County, in Gainesville or something like that, or Dawsonville, like wherever that is. And we maybe only have so many agents per brokerage, but we have staff over each side, and just being able to support, because if you can't support the agents, especially when we have times like this, that's when you're going to fall apart. And so that's what's been my eye opener, but definitely I want to grow and open more brokerages over the years.
That's awesome. This time period is allowing a lot of people to regroup and think about a lot of things. I'm doing that on our end, even as a marketing agency. So congratulations once again on the 2 years. That's awesome. I can't wait to do another one in 2 years and see how far you've come along. Thanks for having me on the show today.
Awesome. Well, stay safe, and we'll do another one soon. And thank you everybody for joining the Tamara Wade Show.
See you guys. See you all next time.